Morning everyone. Today I will be presenting the nozzle meter. So it is also a type of the flow meter. So when the fluid passes through a pipe, then by the use of the nozzle meter also we can determine the flow rate of the fluid. So in the nozzle meter, fluid either accelerated or retarded at the measuring section by the decreasing of the fluid flow area. So the moment we decrease the fluid flow area, the kinetic energy increase, and we use to measure as a pressure difference produced by this flow meter. So before starting the experiment, firstly we have to know the each and every part of this apparatus. So this is the centrifugal pump. We can pump the fluid from this storage tank to this pipeline. So this and this one is the electrical switch. So we can supply the electric power source by the use of this switch, and this is the delivery section. So this one is the pipeline, and this is the this one is the manometer. So I already mentioned in the theory. So we can measure the flow rate of the fluid by the converting the kinetic energy as a function of the pressure difference. So this is the manometer. So here we can see that we can measure the pressure difference by the use of this manometer. So this manometer is already connected through the nozzle meter. So here we can see that this is the throat section. So this is the nozzle. It is easily visible because it is transparent. So this is the nozzle. So this is all connected through the manometer. So this is at the throat, and this is at the discharge section. So that is at the expansion section. So at this point the pressure will be high and the velocity will be the less, and here the pressure will be the less and velocity will be high. So the change in kinetic energy, that is here the velocity, the change in kinetic energy we can measure as a function of the pressure difference. So this will show the how much pressure difference is there. And this one is the knob. So we have to be always keep open, so that the moment the flow through this pipeline, it will automatically go to this storage tank or in the measuring tank. So this is the measuring tank. So in a particular time, how much fluid is flowing through this pipe, we can measure by the use of the level indicator, and by the use of the formula, the volumetric flow rate, we can calculate it. So here we have already on the switch. So we can see that now we are going to start the experiment. So I am going to start it. This is the bypass line. So right now it is fully open. It means that whatever the fluid is coming, it is going back to in the discharge line. That means that here the fluid is flowing through this discharge line. It is very less. It means that it is negligible. So you can see that there is no fluid inside this pipeline. So what we have to do, we have to close this valve very slowly, so that we can maintain the fluid flow rate. So right now I am going to close it, this valve. Here we have started the apparatus. So we can see that right now this valve is partially open, and the fluid is passing only through this pipeline, not from this pipeline. So here we can easily see that there are two nozzle meter. So this one is the little bit smaller than this, because the diameter of this nozzle is lesser than this nozzle meter. So right now the fluid is passing from here. So that's why this line is totally closed and this line is totally open. So what we have to do, as I already told you, the nozzle meter works on the principle, the change in kinetic energy, it is used to reflect in the terms of the pressure difference. So here this manometer is connected from this nozzle meter. So this one is the connection for this smaller nozzle meter. Right now it is totally closed, so that's why here the reading is it is showing totally flat. It means that there is no pressure difference between here and here. So right now we are not getting any reading for this flow rate. So to get the reading in the manometer, what we have to do, we have to open this knob. So I have opened this knob, whatever connected to this nozzle meter. So here we can see that for this particular flow rate we are getting the reading around, in the right column we are getting the reading around 16, and in the left column we are getting the reading around 21.5. So it means that the difference in the column it is 5.5. So this is the reading for this particular flow rate. Similarly, the moment we will increase the flow rate by partially closing of this knob, so again the reading will change. It means that according to that we can calculate the flow rate. So if we are going to close this valve, partially close, right now we can see that again the reading got changed, because the flow rate it got changed, the reading got changed. So at the higher flow rate we will get the higher difference of the height in between the right and left column. So right now in the right column the reading is at the 15, and in the left column it is around 23. So it means that the difference is around 8 centimeter. And to get the flow rate, what we will do, we can see that right now we are not storing whatever the water is coming from this pipeline, we are not storing this water in the storage tank. Firstly we have to take the reference point. So right now there is no water in this measuring tank. So firstly we have to take the reference point, and for that we have to close this knob so that we can maintain some reference point. So right now it is at the open position. So this one I have closed it, and firstly we have to collect some water so that we can maintain the reference point. So our aim is I am going to maintain the reference point at the 5 centimeter. So here we can see that the level is rising, and now it is at the 5 centimeter. So our aim is I am going to fill this measuring tank from 5 to 7. From 5 to 7. It means that to increase the level by 2 centimeter, how much time it is taking. So now I am starting our stopwatch. So start. So we can see that it is about to reach at the 7 centimeter. Now it has reached. So to reach the level from 5 to 7, it is taking around 8 seconds. So by the use of this data we can calculate what was the flow rate, because the dimension of this measuring tank is already available in the manual. So we can calculate what is the volume of this measuring tank, and in the 2 centimeter how much amount of the water it is there in the height of 2 centimeter, and to fill the 2 centimeter of the height at this particular flow rate we can calculate the volumetric flow rate. We can perform the experiment for this another flow meter also, this is also a nozzle, but the diameter of this nozzle is the higher than this. So we can also perform the experiment in the same way. So in this particular experiment we have to calculate the coefficient of discharge of the nozzle meter. So in the observation table we can see that for the particular sets of the experiment, that is the experiment number 1, firstly we have to know that is the H is the pressure difference in the manometer, which is already visible in the video, and R is the how much level has been increased at a particular time. So we have taken the level of the height for this particular experiment 2 centimeter we have increased, and for that to increase the 2 centimeter of height in the measuring tank, it took approximately 8 seconds, and this H is already visible in the video. So you can note it down here. So by the use of all these data, so here again we can see that H, R and capital H. So capital H, it is the manometer reading, and we can calculate the theoretical actual reading, actual volumetric flow rate and the theoretical volumetric flow rate. And we know that the formula of the CD, that is the coefficient of discharge actual by theoretical discharge. So in that way we can calculate the CD of the for the particular flow rate.